Okay, we are live. I'm gonna camera around. We're outside the abandoned East Precinct. Let's listen in. One of the remaining shop leaders speaking.
But it's all the same thing, bro. Like, right?
Hey, sub grappling 805, how's it going?
Around me right now. You know, this movement started because
Good to see you.
The world needs injustice in the forefront. No questions about it.
Hi, Claudia.
This was a call to the people that got heart.
Hey, Teddy.
That got empathy.
Thank you guys for joining.
That's what this movement was built on. Was the understanding as a human that shit wasn't right. It angered not just the black community, it touched us the most, believe it. It touched us
We are at the corner of, or in the middle of the intersection of Pine and 12th.
But it touched the whole world.
Outside the abandoned East Precinct.
That the police could blatantly kill a person.
Preparations being made for the city coming in tomorrow in an attempt to shut down shop.
Right is right, and wrong is wrong.
Hey William, thank you for coming on over. You are very welcome here.
It's growing with each other because we're human first. Which means before you're black, before you're white, before you're trans, before you're straight, before you're purple, before you're red, you function the same as everybody else. And for that alone, that's why all that extra shit doesn't matter. For that alone is why it's about everybody.
Okay.
For that alone is why we are all here.
Points.
For that alone is why we must be fighting. Everybody has their idea, protesting, somehow you cause a lot of shit and then you get what you want right away. And that would be nice to think that we can get what we wanted overnight. A lot of us are
what about Monday?
right now. I don't know why. We would. No, I was always told growing up, bro, that's the greatest thing that ever came about.
So we are not. The city is not removing the art.
Mayor's Chief of Staff Foreman speaking. I'm just saying that for the audience.
Okay, great. The city is not removing any of the art from the
18
area.
years is a long time.
There has been incidents
But we got all these
today,
beautiful
and
people after
yesterday
18
where some of the art has been stolen.
18 years.
Individuals who have come in, and so one of the demonstrators plus one of the artists who has been here, plus one of the art students. They're working to catalog every piece of art,
Remember what
taking
you're
5
fighting for. You're fighting
pictures
for
of
everybody. You're fighting for the
and
person
then
you're standing next to,
catalog.
the
And
people that don't like
SDOT
you.
is providing
Dog, as much as we don't want to acknowledge it, we're fighting
and
for
we're
the
providing a
fucked up
waterproof
cops too.
container so that
Because
they
they're
can
human
secure
too. And we can only secure
Did SDOT seize any of the art?
No. SDOT has not touched any of the art.
It's up to us.
And what were you saying a minute ago about the city not coming in tomorrow? Is there a change in plans?
No, we had said all along that the city is continuing to work with folks on how can we change some of the footprint, for example, the art on the plywood is being removed by the demonstrations.
But the city, no city workers, no SDOT, no police,
well, we
no.
City workers here today. I know that was really important to us. Again, we have city workers here every single day, including working on hygiene facilities. In addition to, we had a mobile health team here. They were at the park.
Okay. So.
They referred to individuals to services.
Okay, I'm gonna make this another. If anybody wants to help reinforce the barricade, then you guys need to get to it now.
Can you
Anybody else that wants
explain
to
more?
the remainder of the
she had these
conversation,
comments
do
about
so.
it being a
But
summer
if
of
you are
love,
for
and she
reinforcing
seemed very
the
sort of
barricade,
receptive
you're part
to
of the
it, and
security team,
obviously
but
now
that's
there's a
mandatory.
lawsuit
Excellent.
and
So you can go help with the
shooting, so
barricade,
has it
because
changed?
we're here to
So,
fight.
the mayor has always said she peacefully supports demonstrations. I think
have
ever
one
since
more
the beginning,
speaker
she
coming
really
up
did
upon
acknowledge
guests. Might
that
not
tens
come.
of thousands of people who were gathering during the day. There were limited incidents. incidents over the last week, especially last weekend. There were incidents of gun violence in New York.
All right, everybody.
And
First
how do
off,
we
the
again
reason I asked
keep
for the
allowing
mayor's
people
aide to come up here and say
to
herself
peacefully
is because I
demonstrate,
believe in full transparency.
continue to peacefully
That being
demonstrate?
said, I would like to reiterate that we asked.
You think maybe we could step
Yeah,
aside a
we have
little
to
bit?
run because SDOT's here.
Okay, but really quickly, what was the city's position on what's happening tomorrow, and what is it now?
Yeah.
Has it changed over the last 24 hours?
No, I don't think so. I think we said, how do we keep reducing the footprint?
I mean, tomorrow being Sunday, did the city ever put out the message that it's?
So the mayor had just generally said of how do we again keep working together, for example,
we are
on the
I'm a gay person.
I'm
I'm not
queer.
getting shit.
keep removing things from the barriers like the Bible.
So like these, the city's intention right now is to keep moving stuff like this.
So nothing around the East Precinct. We have, ever since the beginning, have said we are not moving anything around the East Precinct.
Is there a deadline for the police department to reclaim the East Precinct? Is that even a priority?
We need our gay allies. We need all of our LGBTQ and all the other letters in the alphabet allies. We need everybody.
Just a lot of members of the public are under the impression that tomorrow CHOP will be effectively dismantled and that the city is going to.
I think we sent you a statement probably yesterday from the mayor's office. So again, we are continuing to do work at the CHOP
We stand as
every
just one
single
finger
day.
or just two
And like I
fingers.
said,
We can't
making
do much
progress
damage.
in removing some of
But
the
when we
plywood
take all
from-
5 of those
And
fingers
There's no
from all
deadline from the
races,
lawsuit
all
that's coming or
genders,
anything
all
like that.
religions,
Okay.
all people,
and then
when we pull that
with
into
reg-
I actually have to run because
with just lastly, with regard to the artwork, could you state one more time what SDOT and the city are doing in their facilitatory role with the artwork?
we are not about
Our goal is
supremacy
to
for
make
one
sure
group
that
over
the
another.
artists
We are about
who have
equality for all, and we are standing as a group, and we are telling the mayor that we will not be
message
moved.
on so much. We are working with them by providing supplies and a storage box so that anyone who wants to, and I think it's Malcolm who has been leading the efforts around the artwork, and Brian who's a volunteer, can safely take the art down and store it so it's no longer.
So it's being stored in a city facility.
No, not to my knowledge, but Malcolm.
The city has provided a storage facility to CHOP. Okay.
Waterproof storage.
Okay. Thank you.
Again, we will continue to
We can
facilitate
preserve
how we
peace.
can
He's got the
make sure that
sources
art
for
is
that.
not in city
The
hands.
field,
I know there's been a lot of
this is
really good
anarchy.
ideas
The
from
field,
the
bodies
African
on the
American
barricades,
Museum,
that's what you want to do.
Afro-Press,
We're up here
and
protecting the
other
precinct.
ideas
That's
of how
our
do you
plan.
really preserve the art for the incredible.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ms. Formas.
Thank you.
What did you want to ask her?
She's going to move the art in the museum.
I don't think that's the play. All right, guys. I'm stepping away from the loudspeaker. When I started filming here, I didn't realize that Ms. Formas, the chief of staff from the mayor's office, was standing almost directly underneath the speaker. I'll flip this around right now. So I understand most of you guys probably couldn't hear a lot of what she was saying, which is unfortunate. I asked her if she would move to a quieter location, and she said no, she's in a hurry. So, and maybe Annabelle's gonna help chime in right now as I repeat some of this stuff. So Ms. Formas is saying that the city does not have the intent to clear out CHOP tomorrow, does not have the intent to dismantle the barricades and the objects that are in the street. I mean, at least tomorrow. Ms. Formas is saying that the city plans to facilitate the artwork and the barricades incrementally being removed from CHOP, and that they have no deadline to do so, and likewise that they have no deadline to have the police reclaim the abandoned East Precinct. So it seems like there is a lot of conflicting information going around. Is the city going to try again to use the element of surprise? I don't know. With regard to how this artwork is being stored, and there has been some controversy over this. I wasn't out here earlier today, as some people seem to be skeptical of who was taking away art and what their motives were. What Ms. Formas told me at the end is that the city is providing some storage space to CHOP to hold the artwork, and I asked her, is that a city storage facility? She said no. All right, here's
Yeah,
Annabelle.
I
What
was
would you like to
wondered if
say?
the art is going to be moved to a museum, but as I understood here, it's just going to be a box which is waterproof. Yeah. And she also said that of every art piece, they're going to take 5 pictures of every piece. I don't know how big this box is, what they're going to provide. And I also don't know what art she was talking about, if she meant all the boxes around here where the art is on, if they're going to put them into another box. So that was not really clear to me. And I was also wondered why the art is not going to go into museum.
You're a legend, someone says. So I think the primary issue people are trying to figure out is what's happening tomorrow. Is CHOP getting dismantled tomorrow? And the position of the mayor's office right now is no. And her position is that had not been what they're saying. So a lot of information and conflicting reports to sort out, but I'm glad that we got to have a brief conversation with Ms. Formas, and I'm sorry you couldn't hear more of it, but Annabelle and I tried to do our best to repeat it back to you. Now let's go back and listen in on the speakers here outside the abandoned East Precinct, which is now the epicenter of CHOP. And I'm walking back over to original filming spot.
Okay.
All right, so there's some of the people who are in negotiations with the city, I think, are speaking, or at least one of them are addressing the crowd here gathered outside the abandoned East Precinct. You see there is a media presence here, rather large for within CHOP's boundaries. Hi, Andy, welcome. And let's have a listen in.
If there's anybody that's out there wondering donations or anything, like tents,
Yeah, good eye, I did
more
shave.
sleeping bags, umbrellas, blankets, things like that. The Venmo is Black Art Co-op, or you can go down to the Black Art Co-op, and the Cash App is Black Art Co-op as well. Fuck with the city coming to pick up the barricades we're fighting for. Is there anybody, it looks like, I don't know if any of you guys are staying in the CHOP already, but is there anybody in the community that has questions about what's going on or what you're seeing or anything at all?
It's much colder today than it was earlier this week. There was a large drop in temperature. To reset the scene, we are at the primary intersection of CHOP now, 12th and Pine. You're looking at the abandoned East Precinct of the Seattle Police Department that, according to the mayor's office, right now, the city has no deadline to reclaim.
I walked away. You need to be back at the barricades at 7:30. They said we needed to have a decision by 8, so let's be at the barricades on 7:30. So if you're a barricade person or on the security team, expect your time to be used up for a few hours after 7:30. So go get all your food and all your cigarettes that you need for tonight.
Well, there's been amazing weather up to this point, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, go ahead.
I respect the due process of law. I don't know if you get arrested, you get a trial by jury. And that's an American thing. And everybody needs to know about jury nullification. It's your right as a citizen to speak to your people. And so if you are arrested and you have a right to a trial by jury. And jury nullification is, look it up. It's extremely important. It's your right as an American citizen. Do what?
I don't know why Annabelle's asking that question.
I'm saying that if you are arrested and you have a trial by your peers, you're judged by your people.
Doesn't sound like so many people are so familiar with jury nullification.
Don't accept plea bargains. Do not accept plea bargains.
Oh, I think, okay, so if you're from the hood, I think you should probably know this already, but, yeah, so if you do get arrested, you do have a right to the trial. You also have a right to a speedy trial. And you can fucking tell them you want your trial, like, what, like 2 weeks or something after they arrest you, so they don't have time to collect evidence, so on and so forth. If you do take your case to trial, you will be judged by your peers. However, it's peers they're choosing that are in your neighborhood that may or may not know you. What they can't know you, but they won't know you, but they'll be in your neighborhood. And they'll just be judging you based off, I guess, what they personally feel like, Marley. Honestly, thank you, but fuck the system. Just know it, go with what you know, bro. But just know that you do have those rights, though, to a trial.
In case you didn't hear, but I assume most of you did hear, the man in the white shirt who just spoke up was discussing jury nullification. Seems like most people here are unclear what jury nullification is.
Is there any update on Eagleson? Is he coming or is he not coming? Hold on. Alright, so, again, thank you guys for coming to... Hold on.
He's coming.
Alright, he's on his way right now.
Sometimes get started to get all the way down.
Yeah, bring your fireworks on 4th of July too. Shit.
Right there.
Alright, you guys, if you pay attention to this gentleman right here with the blue windows, about the end of the speakerphone.
Hey guys, remember, give him his attention. Everybody.
Alright, we've got a new speaker.
Afternoon, everybody. We ain't just planted a garden for the ancestors. Everybody here got ancestors, right?
Right.
Okay. The main and the strongest point is our agriculture. And on how we treat each other. And on how we respond with each other. I don't care what your agenda is. You don't have to be burdened about it. Treat people like they're human beings. And more than likely, you'll get treated like a human being. Let's stop having conflicts over whatever and whoever idea. That's a waste of time. Keep it in your living room. You want to prove a point? Take care of the earth. You want to prove a point? Take care of a woman. Take care of a child. Do something for real. Don't look out for yourself. Look out for somebody else for it. All of this image shit. Hey! All of this image shit, the shit don't cash out. People need food at the end of the day. People need a place to shit. People need a place to lay their fucking head. Now if you out here for an image and a rep, take a picture and get the fuck on. This our land too. Most of y'all are trespassing. But guess what? We're gonna give you a pass.
So, while you guys are out here, just remember that it's about everybody and we are using this land.
There's a little chatter over
So keep in mind
whether
that
the
when
land
we're
is
out here,
stolen
we're using these streets
or
to
not.
protest it. To us, it is also borrowed land. This is, you know, we gotta pay our respects. And like you said, if you're out here for clout, if you're out here for the image of a protester, if you're out here for the image of somebody who's just reckless towards the police, then like you said, bro, find the nicest spot you can, take your picture, and get the fuck out of here. Because that's gonna get you hurt around here. Because we're fighting. So thank you guys for your time. Get you some free food, get you some free love, get you some free care and concern, and come find me if you want to speak to me.
I think I've got it.
You get it?
Is it plugged in? All right, guys, I was just getting plugged in. Plenty of battery. Meeting is now adjourned. I guess we're on different schedules now, or maybe there is no schedule now with regard to 6 o'clock nightly meetings. Maybe there is one, maybe there isn't. What do you like to say?
So there was a girl I just talked to, and she said they actually did dismantle the art the other day at 6 a.m. and she showed me that they came with a hammer and teared down the boxes.
You wanna
Yeah.
show me and take me there? Early, what was that? Friday morning, I think.
Oh,
And right before Annabelle and I got out here. Hold on. Hold on a second. Let's do. What I was gonna say is right before we got out here that morning, Converge Media was live and they were reporting that some artwork was being removed. And I'm not positive if they're saying it was being removed by SDOT workers or by whom.
so
But let's. So what did this lady say? What do you have to show us?
that they came with hammers and were.
Who, do we know if they are
The people from the city,
the
city workers.
transportation workers?
I don't know who exactly.
Okay.
These are the transportation. You know, yeah. Some of them who showed up here at 5 or 6 a.m. They came with a hammer and teared these boxes apart, as you can see it here. That the protesters or the artists did not do that. They came here and destroyed their art. And
Well, this is according to one
girl I
lady.
just talked to, and she
Do we
was
know
here
anything
at the time.
about her? Like, is she part of CHOP? Is she a local resident?
She's part of CHOP.
All right. Well, that's what one source is saying. I don't.
When I see her again, I will ask her.
You
to
can
come
see
back.
this. So we're at the barricade on Pine
How they
near 12th. In the background, that's the main intersection in the East Precinct. And you can see
Those
this
boxes
is
here too. I think
this-
this part was part of this box.
this board and plywood are not entirely intact.
And to preserve the art, they put it here as a symbol for the destruction.
But then there's been more artwork removed today, and that's something I was just speaking with the mayor's chief of staff about. And I guess we'll do a little walk through CHOP right now to give you a glimpse at what's been removed or maybe to get some impression of what's been removed, what hasn't been removed. By the way, Ms. Formis, the mayor's chief of staff, if you didn't hear, was telling me that the city is not removing any of the artwork itself. The city is just providing some storage. What she says? Storage what?
So she said she's going to provide a waterproof box.
So a storage box, or maybe boxes, I'm not sure. And that the city's gonna help facilitate the preservation of the artwork, but the artwork is not gonna go into a city facility, nor is the city gonna remove it itself. At least that's what the mayor's chief of staff was telling me moments ago. Who knows what will happen. Here on, I think what's the northern side of the intersection of 12th and Pine, as I was showing you a couple days ago, maybe yesterday as well, the vendors from around here are gone. The food tent and whatever other tents that were providing services here are gone.
Stores are opening up again, especially in this little street where the guy wanted to jump off the roof or was on the roof. Yeah.
The barricade here is partially removed, actually almost entirely removed. Looks like you could drive through. Oh no, there's a lot of the plywood's been removed, but the barricade is still occupying half the street or more. But you could drive in and out right here. You can see this is what I think this is a residential building, or it might be a mixed-use building. What it looks like on the exterior ground floor level. And vehicle coming through, which you can see it's not really open to traffic, but at least, oh, now barricades being reestablished here at 12th and Pine. This is the same building that I was showing you moments ago.
And there's a little, I don't know what cosmetics store.
Across the street. Has this business reopened, or was it closed? I'm not sure. Oh, there's a... I think, no, this has been open before, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this Bang hair salon has been open. I don't think it just reopened right now. By the way, is Lord's Army still here? Lord's Army, are you tuned into the broadcast right now? If so, leave a comment. Back within the barricades of CHOP. I'll take a little walk south on 12th, which is probably the busiest block here in CHOP. Definitely. Oh, the trumpet man is back. Oh, hi, Rage Brew. Thank you for joining in. We just published your interview, Rage Brew. It's up on my channel. Here's the trumpet man. What? All right, so they're chanting Robbie, the man in the pink shirt. They're chanting for the man in the pink shirts, and I'll try to figure out why.
Robbie.
Hey, excuse me. Why is everyone chanting Robbie? What happened?
Robbie was arrested yesterday.
Would you
for
mind
some
coming
bullshit.
on camera?
Sure, bro.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Robbie was arrested yesterday. They accused him of burglarizing the precinct. Everyone knows that he was set up for burglarizing the precinct. He may have potentially broken in there in some fashion, but he's with this movement, and he just got back. He just showed up.
Was he the one there was a march for today to the jail, or was that with someone else?
That's definitely possible. Was there a march to the jail today?
But
That's
I don't know who that was
possible
for. It
because
might
he
have been a
was
different.
arrested yesterday.
And it was for allegedly trying to burglarize
Yes.
this.
Allegedly burglarizing this precinct. He was abducted from the street just north of here on 12th.
So
Yesterday.
police didn't actually come into CHOP to arrest him. They arrested him outside.
They arrested him outside CHOP.
Oh yeah.
Within eyesight of CHOP.
All right, thank you very much.
Sure.
Let's see
We're
if
very
we.
excited to have Robbie back, as you can tell.
He got a trumpet greeting and
Yes.
then
He
some.
deserves it.
Let's see if we can find the man. Oh, he's inside a tent where I'm probably not supposed to be filming right now. I'll try to keep an eye on him from time to time. Pop back here, see if he pops out. If I see him, I'll try to get an interview with him. In the meanwhile, more of a look at 12th. There's this Altana wood-fired bagel cafe. It's got some interesting designs and artwork painted on the exterior of the building. Lots of tents still lined up on 12th outside the abandoned East Precinct. Porta potties remain. The donation tents remain, though they look fairly deserted at the moment. But there's still plenty of people camped around here and hanging out around here. And I can hear more chatter about how Robbie is back. You're welcome. I didn't see who was thanking me, but you're welcome. And again, Lord's Army, if you're tuned in, can you leave a comment in the chat? If not, I'll just I'll look for your name another time. The shirt vendors are still out here. Not all the vendors have gone. You can get your Black Lives Matter shirts, I Can't Breathe shirts, and some more traditional garb, I would say. Tents also remain outside the East Precinct. Hold on one second. Tents also remain outside the East Precinct on Pine. And what were you going to say, Annabelle? You want to pop in front of the camera?
Hi. Those puppies, the big ones, haven't been here yesterday.
Yeah, one or two, maybe even three of these are new. There's I'm taking. I'm pointing this way. I'm pointing this way. I'm pointing this way.
We are not even
Anyway, you know, just another day in shop. I'm just pointing out that there are some new tents here. It looks like the occupation of 12th and Pine, or the area around 12th and Pine, is growing, not shrinking. And someone is walking around. Someone is walking around. No, you're not in the way. You want to pop on camera? No problem if you don't. Yeah, someone just walked. Looked like into a side entrance to the East Precinct, but I'm not gonna go in and monitor what's happening there. Speaking of the side, or maybe back of the East Precinct, lots of colorful tagging, painting, whatever you'd like to call this, around here in the alleyway. Some people now heading in there to walk their dogs. I'm not heading into the alleyway. I don't know if that's public property or what, or part of the precinct property. I don't know. Now we're heading to the corner of Pine and 11th, where it's not as active as it was before, but the hot dog vendor's still here, and a t-shirt vendor. I don't know if this guy's a new or old t-shirt vendor is here. The t-shirts aren't gone, the hot dogs aren't gone. Oh, she's back. Ms. Formis. Okay, could you pull up the Seattle Mayor's Office website? Should have gotten this straight beforehand. Straight ahead is Ms. Formis of...
Here we go, you see? Admiral?
Why don't you do this? You hold the camera. Oh, I shouldn't have pulled that out. Okay, Annabelle's gonna take over the camera for a minute while I scroll through some information. And you can monitor the chat and respond.
Okay, 1 second. I have to put this inside here. Hi, everybody. So we are back here at shop. This is the mayor's chief of staff, and she said earlier to us that the art will be put into a waterproof box. She said it's not going to come into a museum. Yeah, what really wonders me, and I just talked to a girl who said that the art was already dismantled with a hammer before, and what I can say to this art is not always beautiful. You have to think about, art as the spiritual outlet for people, what kind of is a reflection for the society. This is obviously contemporary art. And if they would just take it away or not put it into museums so anybody can see it, it would be also that they would take away a part of the history. As I said, art is not always beautiful, and this is definitely a reflection of society. Let's see, here's some, I don't know, I think it's mainstream media. I saw those people before. I can walk with you to the park for a second. Just show you what else is going on here. Well, you know, it's not that you want to make something ugly. It's like sometimes when you do an art piece, you don't even know where it's coming from. Yeah. I think over there. Let's see, we're trying to find the mayor's chief of staff again, Mrs. Formas. She is over here. Yeah, and when you think good artists are, I don't know, let's say what a good Pollock or Andy Warhol, those people are, in my opinion, not great artists. Those were people who wanted to be a part of the fancy artist society in America, especially Andy Warhol, who went from party to party to make contacts with very fancy people to be a part of it. And that's a reflection of his world, but not all artists are like that. And when you think about Picasso, Picasso was never famous as he was alive. His art became known after he was dead.
Yeah, we're taking these out so we can put new ones on and keep making art.
So what's going on here? Somebody is taking something apart here. What are you doing?
Oh, we're taking this art and categorizing it.
Yeah.
People are stealing it, and then we're putting new ones up.
Who was stealing it?
People. So we're putting new ones up so we can paint them again. So these are all going into storage and numbered, and then artists can get their pieces. And what artists don't take, we're going to auction it to. That's a firecracker.
So, and you are from the city?
No.
Okay. So you're part of CHOP? Ah, okay.
Yeah, so we're part of CHOP. So they're going to store these, number them. And we're
Yo,
putting-
no
we're
one set
putting
off
new ones up.
fireworks. If you see a random box of fireworks in the middle of the
What?
street, don't take them. If you see someone
What?
dropping fireworks in the middle of the street,
What
film them,
storage
have
are they
them
going
on.
into?
That's, they'll have to,
Keep the fireworks together if we stay together, but be smart and do not.
All right, guys,
be an
just a little
agitator.
confusion here as it sounds like fireworks are set off. That was pretty loud. I'm just coming back here. I missed the chat on that, but all right, a live look at art being removed here from
CHOP.
from CHOP.
From all the artists here, and we're putting new ones up so we can paint more. A lot of people are coming in and stealing these at NARS, the art pieces. And so we're putting them in storage so the artists can come and pick them up if they want to. And if they don't want to, what we have will be donated to charities for whoever they decide.
Have any of the thieves been identified, or
No,
do
because
you
they're 24 hours a day.
suspect that it's people trying to
I don't think they're really
to
thieves, they're just people who appreciate art. There's so much of it here. So,
not people trying to profit off of it?
I don't know if it's true.
But so you,
There will be a people's
You're-
assembly as soon as the speaker system is set up.
if I heard you correctly, you're taking this down and then you're putting up new ones, and there'll be
New wood so we can paint whoever wants to paint more.
And then will that art be hauled off to storage, or will it stay here, or what?
No, it's gonna all stay here, but like I said, they're just changing them out basically right now.
And you think the city's gonna tolerate that?
The city's involved with it.
How is
Hold on.
How are the artists able to apply to paint on those new boxes?
What?
How-
They don't. You just walk up to a box and paint on it.
Oh, okay.
You could do it. You could do it.
Okay.
You know, it's about the people.
What-
Anybody can paint on these.
So
We're just reorganizing the paintings right now, putting some more up there, some new ones and whatnot. But some of them, like these, they're all going into storage and we count it, and artists can take them. Like I said, we donate the money to charity, or the ones that don't.
what is the city involvement? The city's gonna allow the artwork to stay here in the intersection?
Well, this is not the city's property anymore, so it's part of CHOP.
But I don't understand what the city's involvement is. Could you just explain that?
Well, the city wants to come in and change barriers around stuff. So they're off talking to the guy in the brown shirt down there.
All right, thank you very much. All right, well, Ms. Dormis is here. Let's see if this is.
I also asked her about how she feel about us. Yeah, this is
Oh, I can't even pick up what you're saying. I'm just waiting to ask her a question.
Can you give us some space a little bit?
Yeah. Okay, so for the record, two men having a conversation with Stephanie Dormis, the mayor's chief of staff.
You want me to hit your phone with my stick?
You're threatening to hit my phone with your stick?
I asked you a question. Don't be stupid.
That man just said, "Do you want me to hit your phone with my stick?" And yes, I'm recording with my phone. Okay. Anyway, they're having a conversation with Stephanie Dormis, the mayor's chief of staff, and they say it's a private conversation, even though it's taking place in the intersection of 11th and Pine. Not that I even intended to film their conversation. I just want to ask her a follow-up question with regard to what this lady's saying about the artwork. Maybe we're not going to get to the bottom of what's happening with the artwork. So someone is walking by with a speaker saying there's with a megaphone saying there's about to be a people's assembly. What time is it right now? Well, it's not a 6 o'clock People's Assembly. Maybe it's a right now People's Assembly. Granted, the last People's Assembly I was run out of. So, who knows? But there are people gathering around the center of the turf field here at Cal Anderson Park, where the nightly meetings and people's assemblies take place. As you can see, the park is emptier than it had been earlier this week, but it's not empty. And maybe it'll just diffuse some of the tensions surrounding me standing at the intersection of 11th and Pine and filming and narrating by walking around the park and showing you what we see. Oh, I'm not gonna get too close. Don't want to create new problems, but you've got a... No, I don't. I'm not filming up close. I'm walking. I'm not. Dude, I know the rules. I'm not walking up to your tents and filming. Look. I get it. I get it.
The car doesn't have a license plate. He says the car has a license plate. The car doesn't have it.
Whatever. I mean, whatever. So there's a little people's assembly going on here. All I was intending to do is to point out you've got a new setup of tents here. The larger tents that were here, like the hospitality tent, and I forget what a couple of those other ones were.
It used to be a medical tent a couple of days ago. But
I don't think the medics tent was here, but whatever. There were some tents, larger tents here that were providing services. They're gone now. They're the smaller tents that people probably sleep in. There, as well as around the first base area of this diamond, right behind first base. That's where there are a pocket of tents that I was just nearby and got run away from. Likewise, some tents along the third base line in the infield here in foul territory. And the large fist remains. The large fist at home plate here that I'm not going to get too close to because there are people standing there. The generator is still here. And now to the gardening area where lots of tents still remain. Doesn't look like tents have been taken down in the gardening area, though it's possible. I'm pointing the camera down as there are people around. Now, no people around at the moment, so there's a look at some of the tents in the gardening area. Definitely got some additional H2O today due to the rain. You're the gardener, maybe you can explain what that means for the plants. We got some rain today. Although I don't really want to film right here. Let's go up a little ways.
So what I heard is that he was a professional gardener who had a master in agrar.
Who's he?
I don't know who he is. The people from CHOP told me that.
All right. You could.
So the people who live in CHOP, they had some help from a professional gardener who had a master's in agrar, and he helped them to create the gardens here. So some areas have plants, some areas have vegetables, and obviously you can't put every vegetable in a garden next to each other. Some like each other, some don't like each other. So this master gardener helped them to set the garden up, and I also don't know what's going to happen with the garden. If the garden is allowed to stay here, or if they also have to take that down, like the art. I'm not sure about that. I have to ask them.
Anyway, tents remain up at I think it's the northern end of the park. And farther up from here, but I'm not going to walk up there. Ms. Dormis was saying earlier that the city's working on providing social services to homeless people and possibly others here in the park. There's a basketball game going on at the park. Often a lot of skaters, but it doesn't look like the skate park is busy or even occupied at the moment. Basketball being played though. You can see from behind the big fist remains at home plate. Got a frisbee game going on at the park. Or people just tossing the frisbee. People's Assembly. I think we're marked at this point. So not very large numbers at this People's Assembly, but definitely people assembling nonetheless. I recognize a few. think he might have been right about that guest yesterday. Rancho Bravo Tacos has been open all along. Now this block, as I was showing you yesterday, not much remains on this block other than the chalk on the street. The tents are gone from this block, which is Pine, in between 11th, and I'm not sure if the next street down is 10th. I think is it? Yeah, I think it is 10th. Yeah, so this is Pine between 10th and 11th, where the taco shop stands and is open as it has been. I'll look at the side of the taco shop. Here's the barricade on the downtown side, I guess the west side of Chop, at the corner of 10th and Pine. Let's see if Ms. Dormis is still here or if she's gone. By the way, I know there was a comment a while back about Portland. I made a stop in Portland on the way up here. At the very least, I will pass through Portland on the way back down the coast. Here we're back at 11th and Pine. I don't see the mayor's chief of staff here. I don't know if she's still in Chop or not. But it's all right. I've posed a lot of questions to her. There's just definitely conflicting information and conflicting counts about what's happening to the artwork, what's happening to the barricades, what, if any, timeline the city is operating on. As I was saying, in Eugene, Oregon, they knocked over the statue Pioneer Woman. I've been trying to monitor what's been going on in Portland. I've been interested in what's been going on in Portland for multiple weeks now. And on my stop there, I did get to hear a bit about the protests from someone who lives in Portland and whom I'm going to try to bring on the broadcast and maybe do some live reporting with in Portland if time permits. Can't promise coverage from Portland though. Hopefully, but I can't promise it. Right, in between 12th and 11th on Pine, here's the East Precinct, effectively the crown jewel of Chop. As you can, oh, what's his name again? Robbie? Robbie, yes, Robbie. Excuse me, Robbie. Hi, I've got a little stream going on YouTube right now. I'm a small YouTuber. Would you be cool with coming on and telling your story and what happened to you?
I went to jail.
But could I stand up on one of these blocks, or are you stand? All right.
So 2 days ago, I went over there behind the fence with a knife.
Wait. All right. Well, let's start right now so they hear you. Okay.
2 days ago,
yeah.
I broke into the cop shop like they told me not to because they had already abandoned the motherfucker. And I stole all the MREs because people need food. And they said, you burglarized it. No, I didn't. Some other asshole broke it open, gave me the MREs, and I passed them out, which is why they released me, because they had nothing to hold me on. But I did enjoy jail. I got to sleep and quiet. Every time I feel safe is when I'm incarcerated, because I can't be hit with shovels or hatchets or flying bottles or whatever else y'all want to throw at me, because I'm not a Seattleite. But I'm here now, so...
So you went inside the second precinct and you grabbed some MREs.
MRE, military MRE.
And okay, so you could go through this entrance.
Yeah, you go to the back door over there, you take a knife, you pop open the fucking hands, you pull it's all freaking of blood. You learn that shit when you're like freezing. Not very secure. No, you know how many times I've escaped a loony bin? Or jail or prison?
No,
I've never been to prison.
how many times have you escaped?
I've escaped jail 3 times. I've escaped the loony bin every time I've been in the loony bin. Hey, up. Shovel? I'm really good at escape the room challenges. I can escape almost any trap. Almost.
You sound very talented. I wouldn't even know how to begin
I'm
with
very
that.
good at doing dumb shit. Let's just put it that way.
All right.
I'm a professional dipshit. Nothing can survive the Robbie test. If I can break it, you can break it.
Maybe you have another account of what happened to you and why they arrested you?
Because I stood over there when the cops showed up and I said, hey, look, this is what happened. Put me in jail, you need a shower. He said, okay.
All right, and did they give you a shower?
Yeah, I got a shower. I went to Harborview.
Harborview Medical Center.
Medical Center. Here. Give me a shot of that.
I don't want to zoom in. It's got your full name on there. It looks like.
I wrote my social on the concrete over here and I painted it on the wall over there. It's like, why not?
All right, I guess.
I already own the world.
I guess you live quite a public life.
They're
then.
naming me the face of Anonymous.
But
on Fox. I'm the leader of this revolution.
I mean, how could Anonymous have a leader with a face? I don't know. All right. Well, what about CHOP in general? What?
CHOP is home. CHOP is life. Donate to CHOP or you get the knife. Well, poetry.
I think I could remember that. CHOP is home. CHOP is life.
Before
Donate
you
to
live
CHOP
and then
or you
have to
get the
fuck it all
life.
left behind.
All right.
Do we want an acronym? Not out of the Bible. It's called FUCK. Fornication under consent of king. That's a new acronym for you. How about fine? You ever had to pay a fine? You know what fine stands for?
What does FINE stand for?
Fucked up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. I'm not wrong.
All right. What about the future of CHOP? What's in line for the future of CHOP?
Video games. With projector screens on the wall so we can live in our own little world and not hurt each other anymore.
Are you Robbie? I've heard so much about you. I've heard your name. Everybody's talking.
I don't want to get mobbed.
Okay. Why does everybody know your name?
Fuck that airplane.
All right. Any?
I don't agree with Trump at all. I think he's retarded. I know I know a lot of Russians. I know a lot. I know every cop by first name in King County and Snohomish County. My mother used to work here in King County as a paralegal in the Violent Crime Division. And because of that, she had the whole Washington Law Library in the basement. I spent most of my minor life grounded. All I was allowed to do when I was grounded was read. That's where I read the whole damn thing. And a bunch of other shit. So, yeah, get too smart, lose your common sense kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I did that. Definitely something I did.
And
one time I got so mad I had to, instead of hurting somebody, I decided to run through a brick wall. Angry face. You ever seen Ghost Rider?
no, I haven't.
about Turbo, the cartoon. What's the last cartoon you watched, dude?
Oh, it's been a while since I watched cartoons.
That wasn't the question.
I mean, way back in the day, I used to be into Scooby-Doo and a bunch of others.
Okay, there you go. We were both raised on Scooby-Doo. When Trump got elected, I was in Portland. I'm sitting there talking to dude, Officer Dude, by the place where they put the giant tree, you know, with all the signs. And I'm talking to Officer, and then I see a perfectly painted mystery machine go by, but it's not the mystery machine, it's the meth machine. I'm like, hold up. He's questioning me, he's doing the usual shit, and then I see this Scooby-Doo van go by behind him. I'm like, I couldn't hold his face. I'm like, you need to turn around right now. He's like, no, I know. I'm like, yes, you do. Oh man, that was horrible. It was fucking terrible. But funny as hell. How are y'all enjoying the apocalypse?
It's been a pretty wild ride this year.
May Day was bullshit. Nothing happened. My birthday's on the 11th of next month, and I'm gonna hide in that corner. July 11th. Every year on my birthday, you get a free circle.
You're the 7-Eleven man, I was gonna say. All right. Well, early happy birthday. It's just around the corner.
You owe me, baby. Uh-oh. You look disgruntled.
All right. Well, Robbie, thanks a lot. Best of wishes. Glad you're out of jail, or maybe not, because I don't know. All right, Robbie. Thank you. Have a good one.
I'm gonna go hide.
I said maybe not, because didn't he suggest he wants to be in jail, or sleeps? I forget. I don't remember. So I don't think that gets to the bottom of the arrest yesterday, or what happened in jail. But I tried. We spoke to the man. Yeah, can you talk to them and say I'd like to interview them after I'm done with my live stream? Okay, here's, you can see vehicles entering CHOP. I presume they're CHOP vehicles or CHOP residents or participants' vehicles. Black Trans Lives Matter. This barricade isn't fully intact, but part of it remains. No shit. Okay. Oh well. I'll try another one. It's a little chatter in the background between Annabelle and I. Trying to do some additional reporting here. And I'm looking at the comments now. CHOP lives. You can see plenty of action still in and around the corner of 12th and Pine. This has become the focal point of the protest, of the organized protest of CHOP. Doesn't appear the city is, or the Seattle Police Department's getting back this precinct right away unless it decides to use a whole lot of force to do so. And there's no indication at the moment that's what the city plans to do. Thank you, John Demis. I'll pose the smell question to Annabelle. I'll put her on the spot. There have been comments ever since I arrived here about the smell. Doesn't smell too bad to me. Maybe I
Smells better than in Los Angeles.
All right, you're on the spot. What would you like to say about the smell?
I don't think it smells so bad. The cities of Los Angeles and downtown smells so much worse than here. I would say it doesn't smell bad. It's a fresh breeze actually after the rain.
Both of us have spent a lot of time in downtown LA recently. Yeah, she is looking at us, but I don't really care. You can go over and ask her why, or maybe there's no reason to ask why. I don't know. There's a woman on the street corner staring at us, but it's just part of life here. I went to a couple Occupies 9 years ago or so, whenever they were taking place. Compared to some of the Occupies, I don't think it's so dirty and disgusting here, and I don't really smell a whole lot out of the ordinary. Granted, I'm not hanging out inside the outhouses. So, M. Tyler, I understand you live in Seattle. I'm not always in CHOP. Sometimes I'm elsewhere in the city of Seattle, though I'm not going to be in Seattle too much longer. Still plenty of people walking around here at the moment, but a lot quieter than when I started the stream, when the meeting was taking place and the mayor's chief of staff was in the middle of the crowd. I don't know what happened to the clown from yesterday. I saw a bunch of people were commenting about that brief interview within the stream. Let's try to take a listen in on the People's Assembly. Almost called it the General Assembly. Who knows, maybe we can do so without much issue. Hot dog vendor still out here with those $6 hot dogs that people were pointing out. I already bought from him and gave him a shout out, so there's the menu. Couches still remain out here. Probably shouldn't be filming there, but there's a look at one couch. Couches still remain on the north side of the intersection of 11th and Pine. Oh, the People's Assembly is growing in size a little bit. Alright, he's saying the power source is the precinct.
Okay? Okay? Okay. My tactic is you will feel secure. I got your back 1,000%. You don't have to worry about not being unsafe. I'm there for you. Is this good? Is it good? At least I'm messing up. Hold on. Yes. Okay, I'm not going to drag you into that meeting. But I just feel like, okay. Like Sarah said, I got her back. I love what she's doing. My thing is, we got to establish ours on the precinct, period. I got your back 1,000%. You will be safe. All our resources is that precinct right there. Nowhere else. We gotta let the trucks come in and out. We gotta let the porta potties come in and out. We can't bother the people, the workers, or anybody. Let's keep this low key, no violence, no harassment, and we work on that area right there.
Some lady just said no filming, and she's gonna, let's just come have a chat with her over here. Come here, have a chat with us. Oh no, she doesn't want to have a chat with us. I'm pretty sure it's the lady who organizes the so-called People's Assemblies as opposed to the 6 o'clock nightly meetings. But I don't know, could you guys hear what they're just saying? The man who's speaking was saying that all the efforts need to be focused on the precinct. They can let trucks and porta potties go in and out, but they need to congregate around the precinct and focus on the precinct. And I'm stopping and looking at the chat. The revolution will be televised, but no filming. Well, I think on Converge Media, they say that they're streaming the revolution. But I don't know if the revolution is only allowed to be streamed on Converge. Maybe they purchased exclusive rights to the revolution. I'm saying that facetiously. I don't know what happened yesterday to Converge. Someone's saying there was a gun pulled on Omari and they were told to stop filming, which I don't know if that happened. If it did, that's concerning to hear, but I can definitely say the climate here for documenting what's going on seems to be getting worse, not better. Yeah, they take the dollar here. People use credit cards. I don't know what happened to Omari. This is the first, I mean, with regard to this alleged gun incident, this is the first I've heard of that. Sounds like they're talking strategy right now. I heard something about the mayor.
seems a lot of the people who attend the meeting today live around here, and they try to figure out how this is going to be in the future, because a lot of people say they are scared and don't feel comfortable with the shop, and the people from the shop say you don't have to be scared. That's what they're talking about.
Okay. Hey man, I got a stream going. I don't know if you want to be on it. Do you want to be on my stream? It just is. What it is. It's not good or bad. Whatever I film goes on. Whatever's in front of me goes on the stream. Which one of us? Me? What should I say? I'm from England?
I don't know.
You ain't from America, not with that accent.
No, what I'm saying.
I used to work for a man from England in 97 down in New Orleans. His name was Jeff. He was 57 years old. He told me he retired from the insurance company. He was a good man.
Do you live around here?
Yeah. Now, not. Are y'all from here? How long y'all been here?
We're not from Seattle.
How long you been here?
We've been in town for most of the week. Five days.
Okay, well you don't know too much about this business. One block up, and maybe 20 blocks back. Straight down, this is Pine. 20 blocks straight down is downtown of Seattle.
Yeah.
This is Capitol Hill. But this street runs right through the heart of downtown Seattle. This is Pine. The next street is Pike. So y'all been here for a week, you like it?
You first.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, we are from Los Angeles, so the weather is really nice here.
I went to Los Angeles 40-some years ago. It's a big city. Los Angeles is big. And the bus station was right downtown about 45 years ago. So, is the weather cool in Los Angeles or it's hot?
No, it's hot, yeah.
So do y'all ever go in Vegas? Y'all ever go to San Francisco?
Yes.
Is it nice?
So.
Y'all ever go to San Diego? Oakland? Oakland nice?
It's okay. I prefer other countries than the US.
Huh?
I prefer the other side of the world better than the US.
Oh, okay. Have y'all been to New York?
I've been to New York.
Was it too big and too fast?
At one point I wanted to live there. I don't really mind big and fast, but I don't like the weather there.
I don't think I would. I've been in New York to visit, but I don't think I would want to live there. Because number one, the weather gets too cold, it's too expensive, and if you're not making good money, it's hard to live in New York.
How is it here in Seattle?
Well, Seattle got some expensive places and got some low-income places.
Yeah.
But they got a lot of work here, a lot of construction.
How is the social?
But by any chance, are you a veteran?
No, sir. No, brother, never been there. I got diabetes. They kept that I have to wear. I have to keep the air out. And my eye gone, I'm about to lose my leg. But you don't have to be next station to get sick. I'm 66 years old. How old are you, 32?
Close, I'm 30.
Okay, what 30 and 32? You feel good with it?
I feel pretty good, but you know, I'm young, so who knows what I'll be like when we double my age.
Brother, you're not the oldest, you're not the youngest. You're 30, if you live to get 60, your age will be double. And you don't have to worry about it if it never happen. And once you get 60, you're going to feel different.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, brother. Every day you wake up, you're a day older.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good one.
Thank you. Very, very friendly man. Yeah, I heard him saying, no, I heard them say they're moving to another location. I didn't catch why they're moving to another location, but I heard them saying they're moving the assembly to another location as people clear out of the park. Maybe that's because more rain is coming in. I don't know. But it's cool and windy here in Seattle on this Saturday evening now, right? What time is it? It's already rained here today, by the way. Okay, so we're coming up on 6. Actually, I wonder if the People's Assembly is adjourning and they're gonna start the 6 o'clock nightly meeting somewhere else, or they're just moving the assembly to a different location. I don't know if the nightly meetings are even happening now. They're having meetings seemingly at random intervals or anytime they need to address a matter, including in front of the East Precinct, which was happening at the very beginning of this broadcast. There were a couple demonstrations today, including, I think, one for including one for someone whom the demonstrators were demanding be freed from jail, who was recently arrested. But I guess that was not for Robbie. The demands here, based on the reporting of Converge Media and Omari Salisbury, who was apparently in the meeting yesterday, apparently these demands were not the exact demands presented to Mayor Jenny Durkan yesterday when representatives of CHOP met with Durkan. Based on Omari's account, there were a whole long list of demands, some of which I haven't heard much about previously here in CHOP. Again, early on in this broadcast, we had a chance to speak with Stephanie Dormis, Mayor Durkan's chief of staff. I'll flip the camera around. Ms. Dormis, unfortunately, I don't think you guys got to hear it so well. Ms. Dormis was saying, contrary to many reports that are floating around out there, that the city does not have a timeline on dismantling CHOP. The city does not plan to swoop in tomorrow and dismantle CHOP, and that the city is working with CHOP to have the barricades removed and to help preserve the artwork. And Ms. Dormis was saying that the city is going about doing so incrementally removing the barricades and objects that are lying on the streets here in CHOP. Lots and lots of reports saying city plans to clear them out tomorrow, but the mayor's chief of staff said otherwise on this broadcast early on, and unfortunately we're getting drowned out by the megaphone just above us, but I couldn't get the mayor's chief of staff to move to a quieter location, so I just had to listen in and repeat what I heard to you. Now there's some screaming over a loudspeaker I don't know what's going on. Someone walking across the field at Cal Anderson Park screaming on a loudspeaker. A couple other people screaming, "Fuck the police." Someone else screaming hallelujah. Let's walk to the intersection of... I'm sorry? Did I film you? I don't think I did. Is that the guy I interviewed? Oh, that was the interview from several days ago.
This is not Europe. This is not Europe. This is still America. You have the right to film me in public. When people don't want to be filmed in public, then sorry, they have to stay home. This is the right to them.
Well, that's not the rules here in CHOP. The reality is, on the ground here, there is no one to enforce the First Amendment here. Someone's asking, can you not film in Europe? You want to handle that, or should I?
You can.
You have different rules in different countries. In my opinion, you have more press protection and freedom to film in public in the United States than you do in Europe in general, especially in Germany.
Well, in Germany is when somebody takes a picture of you on the street or video or whatever and puts it in a documentary or publicizes commercially, then you can get sued for it.
Yeah, whereas generally speaking, in the US, if you're filming in public, you're in the right to do so. I don't know what Oh, here's a man with a loudspeaker. I don't know if I can film him. Is that the guy who's with the mayor's chief of staff earlier?
I don't know why he has so much money.
What is? You wanna say that or no?
He has
Or hold on. I don't know what's going on. There's this man moving quickly with the bullhorn, and Annabelle says he has cash in his hands. I don't know. The field at Cal Anderson Park has cleared out quite a bit. Very few people on the field right now. And it continues to get colder. The weather might be a factor in people getting off the field and people not wanting to hang out on the streets in CHOP so much right now. And I hear someone on the loudspeaker saying there's something in the garden. It's my best guess is that they're gonna hold the remainder of the People's Assembly or the 6 o'clock nightly meeting over in the garden area. And the garden area, at least within CHOP, is a much more private area than the field at Cal Anderson Park, because in the garden area there are lots of tents that people are sleeping in. It's not an area where people have been very welcome to film. I'm monitoring the comment stream right now. Not a whole lot to show you over at this end of CHOP. There's definitely more action at the end of CHOP directly up Pine Street and slightly up the hill from here, over by the abandoned East Precinct. But even over there right now, they're not having a meeting, and there's not so much going on at the moment. What's that? I don't want to go into the garden area. Oh, we have someone from Pismo Beach. Oh, I guess that's SUP Grappling 805. That explains the 805. I've driven through Pismo Beach a couple times over the past few months. Wouldn't mind making a stop there, or Avila sometime soon. Flip says thumbs up for you and me. So I think Andy was asking, why do I feel people are targeting me? I don't feel that people are targeting me in particular, with the exception of the one man who ran us out of the people's, or the nightly meeting a couple days ago. He seemed to have a bit of a hard-on for me in particular, but other than that, it's not that they're targeting me, it's just that many people here do not approve of anyone going around with the camera filming what's happening in CHOP. But nonetheless, we already have tons of footage from here. We've got interview footage, we've got meeting footage, we've got footage of the whole incident with the man on the roof, and how the members of CHOP and the police and fire were in communication with one another, or maybe lack thereof. The Rage Brew interview is up as a singular video on the channel now. That just went up a couple hours ago. And Annabelle's got a ton of unpublished footage. So, plus yesterday we were live early in the morning when the city came in, and it sure looked like the city came with the intention of dismantling CHOP, but then backed off and retreated when confronted. So we have a lot of footage. I mean, if we can't film a nightly meeting right now, that's not a big deal. I would like to speak with local business owners and residents. I don't know if I can make that happen on a stream. I don't know if I even should stream that, but someone's screaming, what, fuck Trump and I'll kill them all behind us. But yeah, I'm gonna try to seek out some local business owners, see if I can have some sort of conversation with them. It sounds like the meeting has resumed. I'll have a walk over to the George Floyd Memorial, presuming it's still there. I'm not positive it is. A block up from here on 11th.
Wow, it's cold here.
Yeah, it's getting pretty chilly. Here's the taco shop with the open sign as always, and someone inside. Looks like someone's ordering food. Actually, maybe I shouldn't call it the George Floyd Memorial, because last time I was over there, it seemed to be a memorial for a lot of people, not just George Floyd. This is not it, but it is, or at least, yeah, the memorial's intact. So here's a look at the memorial if you haven't seen it before. We got the 846 for George Floyd. Oh, Malcolm Harsh. Now that's interesting. Robert Fuller and Malcolm Harsh. Go for it, go for it. Yeah, but I'm not videotaping you. The last we heard and the last we touched on it was back when we were in Gardena following the shooting of Andres Guardado. But the last we heard of the Malcolm Harsh case was the family apparently acknowledging it was a suicide, not a lynching. I don't know if there's any update to that case, nor do I know if there's any update to the Robert Fuller case, which I'm definitely interested in since I went out to Palmdale to investigate the scene, and we did that in depth on a live stream. 8 minutes and 46 seconds is for the time George Floyd was on the ground with the officer's knee on his neck. There's Breonna Taylor stuff here, photos, and likewise memorial for lots of other people who were killed. Wasn't there a barricade here? Oh, it's right here.
Yeah,
so this barricade's not totally intact. This is the barricade on 11th, right next to Pine. Still blocking traffic, but not entirely intact, I would say. Lots of chalk remains on the street. I guess we're technically outside of CHOP at the moment. Although someone's saying CHOP has no true barriers, and it really feels that way quite often, because you've got the barricade right here, and then if you look at these buildings, they might be mixed use buildings. It doesn't look all too different from what you see within the barricades. Which guy? Where? I don't see. Oh, this is the one we already interviewed. Hey. I didn't realize it was you who was talking to us. Now I see you. I recognize you.
Oh, yeah.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Pretty well, although it's getting cold now. It's a little
bit
colder than my preference.
Yeah, it's kind of chilly all day.
You want to pop back on? I've got a stream going.
What?
I've got another stream going. You want to pop back on?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
So we spoke, when was it? 3 days ago? 4 days ago? Something like that.
Possibly.
And a lot has changed since then.
Yeah.
What would you say is the state of CHOP right now?
The state of it? I mean, still going. Not backing down, I guess, would be what I would say.
So even with all these media reports claiming the city is gonna dismantle CHOP tomorrow.
Well, I mean, you can't trust the media anymore. There have been things from even news sources that I would have trusted before that were absolute lies about things going on down here. But, no, they can say that all they want, but they're coming off of official reports. And the official reports from the city are whatever the city wants to say. But that doesn't necessarily reflect what happens here or will happen here. So.
How long do you think people are gonna stick around?
Till there's justice. Till the political prisoners they've got in King County Jail are released. Till the police department gets defunded. Till we get some social housing. I mean, till the demands are met.
What do you think of the demands, at least according to the reports that were presented yesterday at the meeting with Mayor Durkin?
Yeah, the meeting with Mayor Durkin was a weird thing because I only heard about it, and then I don't know what went on because it wasn't open, and it was people that she had handpicked to meet with her. So, you know, I don't know what that is, to be honest.
So are you skeptical that anything good would come of that, or that you were fairly represented at that meeting?
I'm not sure I was represented at all. I mean, no one has made it clear to me whether or not I was. So, for all I know, I wasn't. No. I would be skeptical of that. Honestly, I would be skeptical of anything that Jenny Durkin comes up with at this point. I don't trust her or Chief Best. I mean, I've been tear gassed and fired on their orders, so why would I trust them at all? Be skeptical of that, anything that comes out of their mouths at this point.
What do you think of the city coming out early yesterday morning before 6 a.m., bringing out a couple bulldozers and all these SDOT workers with some police protection, and then backing off when confronted? Well, what do you make of that?
What I make of that is that they are a-holes. And showed up and announced trying to do stuff, but we're not going to let them. So, I did hear from now on they will probably be making announcements if they plan to show up, but even if they do, it's not like we're giving it.
So it seemed like they used the element of surprise.
They did, yeah. A lot of people were asleep.
And they played that card.
Yeah.
And then they folded. I mean,
yeah. It was not a good hand.
I don't. Maybe they played the card again. I don't know.
They might. I don't know. It was a pair against a flush, so it folded.
But is there still a flush here? Because a lot of people are leaving.
Oh no, there is still a flush here. There will still be a flush here.
If indeed the city shows up with bulldozers again, SDOT workers, maybe even officers, there will be a flush metaphorically, there will be a flush waiting for them at the table.
Yeah, metaphorically. I'll lie down in front of a bulldozer if necessary. Or stand there like the guy in Tiananmen Square. I'm not worried about iconic as long as I accomplish what I'm trying to do.
All right, well, best of luck with that. Good catching up with you. Thank you, you too. Some of the people here who warn you about filming are actually very friendly and often won't go on camera themselves. Maybe I should say often, but sometimes want to go on camera themselves and like that you're helping get their message out. Just some of the interesting, maybe peculiar dynamics of CHOP.
CHOP doesn't look much different than when you walk through the streets in Berlin or Hamburg. And it's actually a little bit more clean here too. Yeah, no, in general, but all the graffiti all over on the street and on the walls.
A particular area of Berlin, maybe?
And I don't know a particular area in Berlin, but in Hamburg, Altena, for example, St. Pauli. It's just, I don't know, it's just street style. But the city doesn't make a big deal about it. It's a part of the city.
One sick comment about what you're drinking.
Apple juice. It's
Okay, there you go. For the record, it's apple juice. It's apple.
tea.
Yep. A couple people suspecting the worst, but she firmly denies the allegation that she's drinking piss. I don't know if I need it right now. Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
You wanna walk around?
Yeah, let's walk. No, we went and showed those bulldozers multiple times yesterday. Just give people more of a look at the surrounding buildings, and then I'm gonna end the stream pretty quickly, unless as we're walking back through Chop, some action pops up. Again, we're on 11th Street, and we're outside the barricades of Chop. That's why there are all these cars driving around. Barricades down there. Oh, I think I hear a familiar voice. Yep, I recognize that guy.
He runs after somebody who's killed.
Yeah, let's just stay away from that guy. The guy who chased me out of the nightly meeting a couple days ago when the picture went dark. He's back and yelling at someone. I don't know over what. As one of the interviewees today was pointing out, I forget whom, we've got Pike and Pine Streets, and Pine runs through Chop, Pike runs beside Chop. Here we are at Pike and 11th. Oh yeah, I didn't notice. There's a lot of shoes hanging up here. Here at Pike and 11th. With regard to my safety, also you have a BLM sign here. Although you have BLM signs all over town, all over businesses all over town, etc. With regard to my safety, I can't think of a time anyone's laid a hand on me here in a violent manner. I don't know if that answers the question. Haven't gotten a busted lip here, haven't gotten a bruised and cut up face here. Haven't been robbed here. For those of you who are regular viewers, at least dating back 3 weeks or a month or so, you'll know why I'm mentioning those issues. As we walk by a homeless man sleeping at the doorstep of on the doorstep of a business. So not all the homeless in Capitol Hill are at the park. Some are sleeping on this street, or at least one is sleeping on this street. Here at 12th and Pike, pretty much outside the barricades of CHOP, and more screaming from inside CHOP, though there is this sign here. Oh, okay, the man who chased us, let's just stay away from this guy. This guy is just no good. Oh, we have his photo. I don't want to antagonize him anymore, but we've showed his photo in the stream that it was the restart stream, so I had the stream go down while he was chasing me away, and then I restarted the stream and we showed his photo in that stream. Oh, interesting. Yeah, some artwork going away. Let's head back down Pike. I'm not even, are you positive that artwork came from CHOP?
This artwork?
Yeah.
No.
It is? Oh. Some people are running away from CHOP. Oh, are they going to confront this guy? That's the man who took the art? There's a what?
Because it looks like straight from Hamburg.
I don't know if that conversation's over the art or what. But they seem to be in somewhat of an agreement.
On two. Same thing.
Which guy?
The backpack?
Oh, yeah, I recognize him. Alright, this vehicle that the man, I believe, with the art got into is about to drive off. The people who followed him and talked to him are heading back toward CHOP. Yeah, it's driving off right now. Let's walk this way. I'm gonna head over to Cal Anderson Park, take a look at what's going on in the park, and then if nothing's happening there, end the stream. So in the meanwhile, pay close attention to your comments. Someone's asking, is anything open? Yeah, there are businesses open, but there are also a lot of businesses closed and a lot of businesses boarded up. They've got lights on across the street at whatever this is. I don't know exactly when I'm leaving Seattle, but I'll be leaving Seattle pretty soon. Oh, Joey, I was already talking about that. I'm a little frustrated that I haven't been able to cover Portland to this point. I will, at the very least, be passing through Portland. It's that website I want to plug, but he's not on right now. So, as I was mentioning earlier, I stopped briefly in Portland on the way up here, spoke with someone I know there who was giving me the lowdown on the protests, and with any luck, I'll be able to make a stop there on my way back and do a little reporting, hopefully some live streaming of what's going on there. If not that, hopefully at the very least an interview on what's been happening in Portland, time permitting. I guess tonight I'll be paying attention to any news that might come out of here or might come out of Portland, and that could factor into my decision making tomorrow. Definitely, as someone's on the loudspeaker here, Chop, let's take a look. Yeah, I couldn't hear what's going on that loudspeaker. Someone's on the loudspeaker, but I don't know what it is, and it doesn't appear that there's a meeting going on up there. The couches here at 11th and Pine unoccupied at the moment, so now you gotta look at them. Normally you don't. Cal Anderson, not deserted, but not packed with people at the moment. I'm hearing someone saying over the loudspeaker something like everybody's fucking tripping, so it doesn't sound like a meeting. Who's taking the art down? Alright, let's take a look. It's just... Oh, here's a... Is this a protest march? I'm not sure. Someone's chanting, "Whose streets are streets," over the loudspeaker. Getting conflicting messages from people I'm interviewing over what all is happening with the arts. Oh, so some art is being removed. Well, there has been art being removed, but here's a shot of it. Alright, I'm gonna walk in the direction of... Do we still have picture or do we not have picture? Do we still have picture or do we not have picture? Can someone say in the comments? I'm good? Okay, good, we still have picture. But yeah, I'm gonna point the camera, yes. I'm gonna point the camera down as I walk in the direction of the man with the megaphone. Now someone's saying no picture. Is there picture or no picture? No picture, no picture. So there's a man walking by. There's a man walking by with the megaphone. She just fucked the stream. Some people are saying they have picture, some people are saying they don't have picture. Yeah, I think I lost my picture. But I'm just gonna wrap it up. There wasn't a meeting going on. It was just one man walking up and down with the megaphone. Oh, here's Omari. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, Omari's here and Omari's screaming about art. I don't know exactly what he's saying. But I'm gonna end this stream. And then I'm gonna try to interview Omari about what's going on with the art. If I do manage to do so, maybe I'll stream it, maybe I won't. I can't tell you for sure. Sorry that the stream has to end this way, but so be it. So I'm just gonna cut off this stream right now. Possibly I will start a new stream, possibly not, but at the very least I'll try to go talk to Omari and hear what he has to say about the art, because he's screaming and seems fairly angry right now. So goodbye for now. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm not done quite yet in Seattle and with CHOP, so stay tuned and see you soon. Bye.